creates opportunities for people with disabilities by providing information, resources, and programming geared towards greater inclusion and quality of life. On Service Mondays, we highlight a local organization or initiative. On November 6th, it's Mashup Labs, and November 27th, it's Wavefront Community Center. Every third Monday is our Perspective series, where you'll hear from guest speakers on varying topics. Join us on November 20th to tune into a discussion about navigating winter sports with a disability. Wednesdays are Chair Yoga with Bobby Seale-Kavitsky. Thursdays are Adaptive Fitness with Ocean Rehab and Fitness. Fridays are Contemporary Improv Dance Classes with Janice Lawrence. Every third Friday is a growable presentation by the Disabled Independent Gardening Association. This month, we're learning about anti-inflammatory foods with Renee Chan.
Shoes off.
We have a new program started this December, Creative Writing. Classes will be on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. PT. Join us for a Connect Your Holiday Party at the Brown House Community Arts and Recreation Center on December 6th. Visit the events calendar on Connect's website, connectra.org, for more information and to register for events, or find us on Facebook.
Okay, Julie, you can start.
All right, thank you. Hi, everyone. It's Julie Meier from Ocean Rehab and Fitness. I'm here to exercise with you today. So let's get started. I think I'm warm enough. I can actually take my sweater off finally. Good. So we're going to start as we usually do with a breathing exercise that tunes us into not only our breath, but also our core. So you're welcome to have your eyes closed for this first bit. Oh, I should mention first, for equipment today, all I'm going to be using is one weight. So if you have one hand weight or maybe just a water bottle or a soup can or something like that, you can always just use the resistance of your own limb as well. So we're going to be using single arm workout for the weight. And then I have a small pillow here as well. I'm going to be doing a bit of hinged work. So if you like to have the support of a pillow on your lap, you can have that too. All right. So with that being said, if you'd like to close your eyes for the first few moments of breathing, feel free. We're going to start with a big breath in and an equally big breath out, thinking first about posture. So the breath in takes your crown of your head a little closer to the ceiling, and then the breath out releases all the air. So we'll start there, just focusing on stretching up through the spine, right up to the top of your head. And then to continue this same nice, deep, even breathing exercise, we're going to move into expanding through the chest. So you'll notice that every breath in expands through your rib cage, and every breath out releases and brings that back to just a nice neutral position. And then lastly, we're moving down to our abdomen. You can always put a hand on your abdomen if that's helpful. Thinking about taking a breath in that fills up our belly with air, imaginary, and a breath out to squeeze all the air out. So a breath in, your belly fills up like a balloon, breath out to release. Good, 2 more. And last one. Excellent. Let's start our movement with a little bit of neck movement to start. So you'll probably open your eyes for this just so it doesn't make you feel dizzy. I know I don't like to move my head around with my eyes closed. So side to side moves to start. Maybe you'll pause a little bit at each end and get a little extra stretch, just warming up though through the neck joint. And then we'll look down towards our lap and up towards the ceiling. Got 2 more there. And last one. And then we'll do a few shoulder checks. So slowly looking over one shoulder, back to center, over the other. Good, we'll do that one more time through each side. All right, moving on to our shoulders. We're taking our shoulders up by our ears where we don't want them, and then sliding them down our back where we will be set up into position for exercise today. So if you can imagine that those shoulder blades are sliding into a nice comfortable position low and being held in place by the muscles that sit at the base of the shoulder blade. Good, we'll do one more like that. And then we're going to add a little bit of arms into that. So we're going to do the same thing with a side bicep curl. So you're going to get really wide, like you're really showing off your muscles, and then back down again. Good, side curl. So you can do that with a little bit of a shoulder shrug. After this warm up, we won't be doing shoulder shrugs anymore because I'd like shoulders away from your ears for exercise today. And last one. Good. From here, we're going to do something very similar, but side to side instead of both arms at the same time. Shoulders are now set into position. They will stay that way. And we'll go up and over, giving a little bit of a reach above your head if that's comfortable. If your shoulders are not ready for that and you'd rather be cross body at about face level, that's okay too. And then maybe if you are comfortable with a little bit of side flexion, you'll add just a little bit of side flex. And last one each way here. Good. And then from here, we're going to do a similar move, but now it's coming around like half of a big hug. So in a bit of a curl, forward to a center point in front of your body. Not only are our shoulders staying down and away from our ears now, but we're trying to engage a little bit of chest in this movement. So chest muscle squeeze to bring that arm to center. Good, last two. And last one here. And then we're going to do more or less the opposite. So arms are going to start out front to pull back one side and then the other in a bit of a partial circle, quarter circle around your body. So now shoulder blades are staying down and the shoulder blades themselves are moving in towards center each time our arm pulls back. Good, last one each way here. All right, shoulders are low, arms are up. We're going to do a tricep press back and make sure that those triceps and rear shoulder muscles are getting warm. We're almost finished warm up and ready to get moving a little bit more vigorously. So my themes today don't really match each other, but they are swimming. So we're going to be doing some swimming type moves for our heart raising activity. And then reaching is our resistance theme for today. Last one each way. Good. Just lengthen this out. So you might start with arms out front to now press back, longer reach back each side. So thinking about the rear shoulder muscles helping to drive this move. Arm presses back one side and then the other. Good. Let's do two more. And last one here. All right. Okay, set to go. So my plan is I'm not setting a timer or anything. We're going to do a mix of heart raising activity and resistance. So if you want to have your weight handy now, we will be using it soon. Not quite yet, but quite soon. Off and on with some other things. So we are going to do a front crawl to start. So one side and then the other, front crawl. This can be a smaller move. If your shoulders maybe are needing a little extra attention today and you want to do smaller scoops, you go right ahead. Or if you want to really scoop into this, big front crawl moves, so big rotation through your shoulder, go right ahead. I will say as well, in preparation for some of the reaching exercises we're going to do, if you typically have a strap that you use, a chest strap, if you are in a wheelchair, this might be a good time to have that ready as well, as we are going to be, reaching within a comfortable range in different directions. Good, so let's do 3 more here. 2, and last one. Awesome. I'm grabbing that weight. We'll do right hand first. So we are going to do this one as just a straightforward press to start with. Straightforward. I'd like core muscles to help to keep everything nice and square here for now. So I said we were going to reach, and we are going to do that, but this first set with each exercise, we're going to keep as a upright exercise. And know that if any of these, as we start to do some reaching, are not good for you, you'll stick with this first version of the exercise. Good, so we'll do 2 more. And 1, and then we'll move to the other side and do the same. So pressing straight forward. Front shoulders and chest muscles helping to drive this move. Yeah, keep going. We'll do a few more here. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Depending on what you prefer, you can either set the weight on your lap if you know it's not going to roll off in the midst of doing some other activities, or set it down somewhere that's handy as we get ready to do 1 more set of front crawl. So give me another front crawl scoop. Good. So if you want to incorporate a little bit of hinging, so a little bit of reaching right now to give you a more powerful stroke, you can certainly do that. So maybe every time you scoop forward, you're hinging forward just slightly. Okay, we'll do just a bit more of this, and then we will switch back to resistance exercises again. Let's do 3, and 2, and last one here. Excellent. Grab that weight again. So we are doing the same exercise, the forward press. If you know that it is best for you to stay nice and upright for this, go right ahead. If you want to add a little more reach, and you feel comfortable with a hinge, you'll hinge forward as you reach, really being aware of the fact that that shoulder still stays low. So the reach is not coming farther because my shoulder is raising, only because of the hinge. Yeah, let's do 3, 2, and 1. And then you'll move to the other side and do the same. Shoulder set, arm ready, either upright if that is what you're more comfortable with, or hinge for a little extra reach. Looks good. Keep going. We'll do 4 more. 3, 2, and last one here. Either set the weight on your lap or down somewhere else that it is out of your way. And we're going to do back crawl next. So be a little careful with your first few back crawl strokes. See how it feels for that shoulder. As long as it's feeling good, you can make those circles a little bit bigger as you go. Awesome. Keep going. Good. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and last one here. Excellent. Grab that weight again. We are going to do the opposite move now. So perhaps you will have the weight just hovering above your knee, or can you rest on your knee each time you do this as well? Let me just adjust my camera a little bit. All right. So you can either rest on your knee each time as it returns to starting point, or hover above for a little bit extra workload. Good. So now the workload is not through shoulders and chest, but opposite through our mid-back, where the shoulder blade and backbone meet. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. So let's do the same on the other side. Shoulder is set, starting fairly low. We don't want to make this move too high, just because those muscles that sit at the base of our neck tend to help us out a little more than they need to as we raise the weight up any higher than this. All right, let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're setting that weight down for another round of back crawl. Shoulders are set into position. Your arm circles are at whatever comfortable size is good for you today. And of course, moving at your own pace. This one's a bit tricky to add a hinge in. We're not going to hinge in this particular one. Good. Keep going a bit more. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, I'm going to grab the pillow for the next one just because I want to show you in case you need some front support for this one. So we're going to do the exact same exercise. There's an option of hinging here as well. So we were doing this guy here, shoulder blade towards backbone. It's the exact same exercise, but now with a potential hinge. So the hinge is at the beginning. So we're reaching to start and then coming up tall as your shoulder blade pulls towards your backbone. Reach and row to your hip. Yeah, we'll do 4 more here. 2, and 1. Excellent. And then getting ready to do the same on the other side. If you need to stay upright for this one, that is totally fine. If you like the hinge and you want to add that in again, go right ahead. So adding that little more reach before shoulder blade muscles engage. So rhomboids in this case to pull in towards center. Okay, we'll do 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Set that weight down. Maybe you need a drink of water. If you do, go ahead and grab that, and we will keep going. All right, we're getting ready to do the breaststroke. So that's both arms at the same time, scooping forward and circling around. At your own pace, smaller moves if that feels better for you today. Excellent. Keep going. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we are grabbing a weight again. And this time we are doing, a lat, or actually, well, let's do a military press. Sorry. I had it planned and then I forgot. We got it going. All right. So this one we are pressing up. We won't do too many of these. This particular exercise, it's pretty tough on the shoulders. Of course, we're in good form. It's all good, but these muscles at our neck tend to want to help out. Good. So we'll do 2 more. And 1. And then we'll move to the other side and even ourselves out. Same thing here. So of course, this in itself is a reaching exercise. Our second set is not going to look a whole lot different, but we have just a little modification we can make. So for now, we're going to do last 2 and 1. Good. Set that weight down out of the way and get ready to do some breaststroke again. So shoulders are low, scooping forward. If you are adding hinges, so more reach into your exercises today, then maybe you'll hinge forward and get that little extra reach to your breaststroke. Go ahead. This one makes you warm. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right. So let's try this one actually without the weight, just to start with. So what I'm after here, because I talked about the fact that this is already a reach, we're going to change things up just a little bit. And the added reach is going to be just a little bit of flexion through the spine, away from the reaching arm. So what it's going to look like, if it's good for you, is this. So just a tiny flex as you press. You can give that a try. If you feel good with that and you want to put the weight back in your hand, go right ahead. Let's just do 8 of these. So I want to make sure I count this one out. So let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I wanted to show you that one without weight in hand, just so it was clear that it wasn't because my shoulder is raising to give me more height, but just that little extra flex. So if you're feeling good about this exercise on the other side, go right ahead. We're doing 8 here, 8, little flex if you like, 7, 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2, and last one here. Awesome. So set that weight down. All right. So for our next one, swimming wise, we're going to do one last one. It takes a little bit of imagination, this one, but we're going to do what is basically the breaststroke, but up. So if you can imagine, you've been down on the bottom of the ocean and you're swimming towards surface. We're doing a big move this way. Good. Again, Because we're doing a move like this does not mean you need to be full circle with your arms. If you need to go a little smaller in your moves, that is totally fine. So it's basically a breaststroke sort of move, but now we've moved it. Instead of going forward, it's moving up. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Shake that one out. We only have one more heart raising activity for today, and then we're focused on resistance for the rest, but we're moving back to our weight for a little bit of resistance here as well. So the next one I'm going to do, I'm going to do a bicep curl for the next one. I wanted to add in some other shoulder exercises, but I think we'll do that afterwards. So just a nice even bicep curl all the way up, all the way down. Good. Elbow is staying fairly close to your side for this one. We will add just a little bit of extra reach as we have with the other exercises next time we do it. So let's do last 2 here. And 1. And then we'll do the same on the other side. Arm is down to your side, fully extended, up towards shoulder. No need to get to any particular place for end range of motion, whatever is comfortable today. Looks good. Let's do 3, 2, and last one here. All right, set down that weight again. We are doing, oh, did I already say that was our last one? Now we'll do one more. We'll do one more heart raising one. Let's do our surface swim again. So starting with hands up high, circling around, reaching to center. Good. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. So our bicep curl is going to change just slightly for this next exercise. In that, if you would like to add a bit of hinging here, I still have my pillow here for a little bit of extra support to the front. So you can either stay upright and do a bicep curl where at the end of the range, your elbow comes away from your side, and then maybe you're adding a hinge as well. So we're curling into the curl. Yeah, just a little hinge. We won't do too many of these. We're just going to do 3 more. 2, and last one. Excellent. And then you'll change to the other side and do the same. Shoulder set into position, either a bicep curl up tall with that elbow coming away from your side just a little bit, or not only coming away from your side, but also adding in that hinge for extra reach. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and last one here. Okay, the next exercise I'm going to do, I'm actually going to set my weight down for it. You can certainly put your weight back in hand if you find that this is not challenging enough for you as is. But if you are just testing out the exercise, it's best to do perhaps without the weight. So we do sidearm raises quite often, sometimes with a bit of a bent elbow, that's fine. So just give me a regular sidearm raise for just a moment here. And then we're going to add another little piece to this one as well. Good. So just give me 2 more like this. And 1. Because this next move takes a little more concentration, that's why we don't have a weight in hand, so that we don't have to worry about about that at the same time. So this, if we're getting a little bit of reach out of this one, we're going to raise up and then slightly side hinge or side flex and bring it down. So let's make them two separate moves. You reach, hinge, come back to center and bring that arm down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Ideally, this move is not about one hip raising off your chair. It's about a little side flex where your oblique muscles help to pull you back to an upright position. And last one, reach, flex, bring it back in. Excellent. Let's try the same on the other side. So likewise, I'm not going to have a weight in my hand for this one today. If you feel like this is not enough workload without a weight in hand, you're more than welcome to add that. Good. So we'll just do 2 more like this. And 1. If you don't like that side flexion and you would like to stay nice and upright, keep going. If you want to add that extra, it will be reach, slight side flex, bring it in, come down, reach out, side flex, bring it down. Good. Let's do 3 more. And 2. And last one here. Excellent. All right, shake that one out. I need another quick drink of water. If you do too, go right ahead. So I'm going to grab my weight again. It's not necessary. We're going to do some front shoulder raises, just a little bit, but more with the intention that we're using core muscles, or we're leading up to use core muscles for this as well. So for now, it will be shoulders are low, either weight in hand or just maybe fingers interlaced to the front as you raise up no more than eye level and back down to lap level. So we're just going to do 2 more like this. This will be your exercise if you do not want to hinge. Last one. Good. If you want to hinge, we are going to do it as 2 separate exercises. So, or 2 separate pieces to the exercise. So you're going to lift, lower, forward, hinge, bring it in. Lift, lower, hinge forward, and return. A few more like that. Let's do 2 more. And last one. Excellent. All right, we have 2 more exercises left with weight in hand. So next one is rotator cuff. I'm not adding any reaches into this. We're just focused purely on rotator cuff. Elbow is going to be glued to your side. The weight is coming cross body to start. Elbow is staying glued to your side as you come out to a comfortable endpoint and back in. If you have a weight in hand, just be really aware of the fact that you are in charge of the weight and not the other way around. I don't want the weight moving that arm any farther just based on what's the word I'm looking for? Momentum than what your muscle is ready to do. Good. We'll do 3 more. 2 and 1. And then we'll switch around to do the same on the other side. So elbows glued to your side, palm facing in, cross body to start, coming out to the side, into center, slow enough to have lots of control over that weight. Okay, keep going, a few more. Let's do 3 more. 2. And the last one. Excellent. Shake that one out. We are switching back to the first side again. I promised you one last resistance activity. So this is it. Weight is down by your side. It can be wide if the arm of your chair is obstructing having it nice and close to your side. That's okay. We're doing some hinging here. So it's a lot like when we were doing this reach out to the side, but now it's a side flex and then pull back up. So oblique muscles doing the work here to pull you back up tall. Maybe you don't want the weight in hand for this one. That is okay. So side flexion, back up tall. Good, we'll do 3 and 2. And last one here. Excellent. Changing to the other side, and we'll do the same there. Shoulders set into position, side flexion, obliques help to pick you back up. Okay, let's do 4 more coming up here. 4, 3, last 2, and last one here. Excellent. So we were all done with that weight for today. You can set it somewhere out of your way. I've left lots of time for stretching today, and I didn't mention before, but just like usual, after class, I'll hang around for a few minutes. So if you want to stay after class and chat or ask me any questions, I'm happy to hang out. So let's get started on some stretching. We'll start with some chest and front shoulder muscles as you take a breath in, puffing up through your chest, reaching wide, and a breath out to return to center. Give me a few like that. Good, we'll do 1 more there. And then we're going to take that same move, but bring it down lower. So we're going to a low diagonal, pressing back, getting a little bit of front shoulder stretch, and maybe in a moment, some bicep as well. Good, so we'll do 2 more like this. And last one, we're going to set up the same way. So you're going to press back diagonally and then rotate your thumbs in towards each other. See if you can press just a little bit farther back if that's comfortable, and then bring it back in. Let's do that again. So pressing back with your thumbs out, rotating your thumbs in towards each other, maybe adding a little extra press back if that feels good, and return. And we'll do that 1 more time. Press back, rotate your thumbs in. Good. All right, shoulders are low. We are going to do a little bit of chest stretch that has an option of some spinal rotation at the same time to release as well. So you have 2 different choices here. You can either be a lot like we were just a moment ago in that bent elbow reach. You could stay there. So we'll do 1 side only, come back to center, or you can set up for a little extra stretch first. So if you're planning to do that, both hands are going to come to the same side leg, or maybe the arms of your chair. And then we're going to gently rotate towards that side. So up nice and tall, rotating towards that side, taking some nice breaths in and out. So we'll come back to center again, and then we'll add that second piece in. So we're going to go to the same side and do another hold for a stretch here with an option of that reach back. So you will either be same side in the same position, or you will add in the extra reach back at the same time. So if you need both hands on your thigh for support, that is okay. or add in a little extra reach. Good. And then return back to center when you're ready. We'll do the same stretch on the other side. So we're going to do it both ways. First way is with rotation and hands on your thigh. Just staying there for a few nice, easy breaths in and out. And then you'll come back to center and decide if you want to change up the stretch to add that little extra reach. So as you rotate, either both hands stay onto your thigh or the back hand starts to reach back. Ease your way back to center. Let's take our shoulders low and one arm out. We're crossing body and grabbing on for a low shoulder arm stretch. So hopefully you can feel like your shoulder blade is releasing a little bit away from your backbone now. So getting a stretch through the rhomboids on this side. And then from here, you might change it up just briefly. Why don't we reset back to center and do that same setup for the stretch again? So long arm stretch, but grab on at your elbow this time and decide whether you prefer the stretch with your hand on your shoulder instead. While we're here, we're going to do a little bit of neck release as well. So you might look towards, so shoulder check towards the side that your hand is currently on. And then you can unwind yourself back to center. We'll do that same stretch on the other side. So we started just with that long extended arm coming cross body, giving a little bit of support, letting that shoulder blade release away from your backbone, getting a stretch through your rhomboids. And then you can release that stretch. We'll set up for a second stretch on this side, this time grabbing on at your elbow and perhaps bending at the elbow to rest your hand on your shoulder instead. And then doing a shoulder check, looking over that hand on your shoulder. All right, ease your way back to center, unwind yourself from that. For the next stretch, we have a couple of different options. If you have arms on your chair and you want to grab the arms of your chair for this one, that works. If you want hands on your hips for this one, that works as well, or hands in your imaginary back pocket. So I'll let you decide of those three what works best for you. We're going to stretch through chest and front shoulders a bit more and add a little bit of a hinge for our second time around of this as well. So for now, chest puffs up with some nice big breaths in and out as your elbows pull back just slightly. Taking some nice big breaths. Maybe in the same position, you'll look down towards your lap and get a little stretch through your neck. And then your gaze will come back to center. Your elbows will relax by your side just for a moment before we activate that stretch again. If you are most comfortable in an upright position, stay here. If you would like to add a little more hinging again, perhaps after you pull your elbows back, you will start to hinge forward just a little bit, just to get a little more stretch. And ease your way back to center. Unwind your arms. We're going to multitask for the last couple of stretches here. So I want you to take your hand and drop your fingers down towards the ground. Some gentle pressure on the back of your hand. With a straight elbow, we get a stretch through our forearm as we do this. And we're going to do a little bit of a neck stretch at the same time. So your hand that is currently extended, your ear is going to drop towards the opposite shoulder. So basically, I'm stretching my neck on the same side as I'm stretching my forearm right now. Good. Bring your gaze back to neutral. We'll take fingertips on that same side up towards the ceiling and gentle pressure through the palm of your hand just to get a little bit of release through your inner forearm. And you can release that one, maybe shake it out a few times, a little wrist circle, both directions. And we'll even you out on the other side. So starting with a reach, fingertips down towards the ground. Gentle pressure on the back of your hand to get that stretch through your forearm. And then your ear is dropping away from the side that's stretching so that the muscles of the stretching side on your neck are also relaxing. And ease your gaze back to neutral. Take your fingertips up towards the ceiling and gentle pressure on the palm of your hand. Just releasing through inner forearm. And then release that one. Give me a few wrist circles one way and then the other. Awesome. All right, we have a few more moments to do a breathing exercise. As usual, lots of options here. So because the class today had lots of hinging and reaching, I'll let you decide if you would like to add just a little bit more. So a bit like the cat-cow move into your breathing and stretching routine at the end here. So if you would like to stay up nice and tall, maybe you're going to close your eyes, stay up tall, and just like at the beginning of class, start to focus on your breathing as if every breath can bring your head a little closer to the ceiling, and then a release squeezes out all the air. If you like the cat-cow move, so where you're hinging down and either coming back up with a flat back or a little bit of a curl, go right ahead and do that instead. So you have those two options. Regardless, you're focused on nice, even breaths in and out. Good. One more big breath in and out here. Excellent. And I always end my class with 3 big breaths in as we reach for the ceiling. So we'll do that together now. Big breath in. And release. 2 more. And last one. All right, thanks for joining me today. I'm happy to hang out for a few minutes if anybody wants to chat. Myrna, that must be a border collie that's so busy. Oh, thanks for the message, Barbara.
He's a Catahoula leopard dog, and he's a puppy.
Oh,
and
okay.
A 13-year-old pit
Thanks,
bull
Doreen.
who's not tolerating any of it.
Oh, I see.
Aww.
You're trying to break up the.
I'm trying to take classes, but he just thinks it's playtime.
I understand. I was trying to shovel the
Aw.
sidewalk this morning with my border collie, and he likes to herd the shovel more than I get work done.
Yeah.
Where are you that you have to be shoveling?
I'm in Calgary, just outside of Calgary.
Oh.
We had a nice
So-
run with no snow, but it's back. Yeah.
I would be remiss as a swim instructor if I didn't tell you that that's an age giveaway. The breaststroke is not what you are doing. What you are doing is swimming underwater. So
Okay.
you're correct when you come to the surface of swimming underwater.
Yeah.
That motion, age giveaway. They fixed the breaststroke to be a stroke as in a speed stroke. This is swimming underwater.
Okay.
Breaststroke is through the middle, down through the middle. Everything happens
Oh,
in front of
yes.
you. There's no reaching way back because there's too much drag and you can't go fast.
Okay.
Stroke's been, it's probably since 1976 that it's been changed. Age giveaway.
Really?
Yes. It's
The
a speed stroke.
breaststroke is this?
So breaststroke is not swimming underwater. Swimming underwater with your head above the water is swimming underwater with your head above the water. Breaststroke, there's a down, so your arms are out to the side, underneath your body. He's biting me. Through the middle. So there's no motion behind. Your elbows
Right,
come
right.
down, under, through the middle, down, under, through the middle. There's no way out here. That does not happen.
Okay.
Can we see the cute puppy?
I have everything. I don't know if he can get in there. Are you there?
Oh, yeah.
Hi, cutie.
That's one. That's the other.
Aww. Yes.
Yes.
Are you causing trouble?
Yes. It's just, the classes are on my calendar and every time I start, he just starts nipping because he's puppy.
That's okay. Come anyway.
And it's a
Yes.
struggle. And I have a 4:00 boxing class. That's the worst because you can see him flying in the air every time I go. Flying. So I know.
Well, it's exercise for both of you.
That's awesome.
But thank you. It was nice.
Thank you. Have a good
Thanks.
day. Bye. See you again soon.
Okay, I'll see you next week.
Okay.